Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Jazzy Symposium. I am Jazzy. Today is Poetry Tuesday. Today I have me on the roster. Okay. I like to share my work, but I also like to share a lot of other people's too. But I definitely like to share mine because I like to inspire you, encourage you, or just, reach you deep down, not surface level. So, we all encounter things and, we encounter things, we live through things. We have imaginations of things that we like, places and fantasy. We got all type of stuff, that human beings experience while life is in their body and their life living on this planet. So, sometimes I can just tap into all type of stuff that makes me write about, that inspires me, and I know just being a human being that this can reach a lot of people. And I mean, sometimes, most of the time it's conscious poetry because, like, I'm more on a wise note. But sometimes I might write erotic poems every now and then. It's not as much, but I do because sometimes, like, I just have that energy, and that's where I put it at. So, yeah, just everything. Just about life, just the beauty of life, just the things that go on in life, whatever inspires me. And, sometimes I'm inspired by just, it can be the simplest thing. Like, I can be looking at a fan, like a box fan, and just seeing how it turns, and it can inspire a poem. And here I am writing about the cycles of life. There I go, writing about the cycles of life because I've been inspired by just a box fan. But, that's just me, it's how my mind works. And just being a poet and been writing since I was 12, that's just how it is for me. Like, my mind is just very creative, and poetry is my thing. Like, it's been my niche, my go-to, my therapy, my outlet, just everything for, like, all of my life. So since I've been writing since I was 12, and, like, I'm now 42, it just hits different, I'm more seasoned. It just gets a lot more deeper. But poetry is definitely my thing, and this is why I like to share it with y'all, because I know I'm not the only person that's into this, So this is for all of my fellow poets that like poetry, and all of the people that just like to listen to poetry. And this is why I specify this page for you, because you relate to me. And we need things like this for us, for our sake, Okay, so this is the latest one I wrote, y'all. I can't remember. I think it was about 3 days ago, maybe. Yeah, it's probably about 3 days ago. It's called BTTB. BTTB is what it's called, y'all. All right. Want to hear it? Here you go. Okay. Back, BTTB. Back to the drawing board. A board meeting in the mind. A bundle of thoughts, like a brainstorming bubble, with subtitles coming from the tentacles of a mind's eye. Starting from scratch, like homemade pie that is perfected with the right amount of consistency that deserves a chef's kiss. Backing every beneficial idea, accessing critical problem solving, confirming what works, kicking out those that do not. Because sometimes life throws you lemons, but instead of making lemonade, make lemon meringue pie with whipped cream and cherry drizzle on top. A sweeter deal than the obvious options. And the difference is, one is soulfully satisfying, fulfilling an empty void. In many instances, situations are beyond reconciliation, where changes are pivotal, necessarily applicable. Through applying, through implying, implicating, and implementing, brand new. Like throwing out the old and bringing in the new. Brand new mindsets, ideas, thinking processes, approaches and addresses, voice tones, better recollections, verbiage, and actions. When a desired outcome doesn't come from the previous ones. Scrabbling up the board, resembling a game of Scrabble, but a game of life. To rearrange the moods besuiting to you and the conception of what you wish for. Sometimes tomatoes are thrown at a good movie that may be good to others. Lingerie thrown to bad performers, right down to the hecklers of accredited geniuses. Sometimes it's just simply gotten wrong. Sometimes. But there is only one person in control of you and the directions you should go. Or maybe two, God and you, although there's only one that can walk in your shoes. Lives are not always the depiction that was intended to be depicted, nor the picture that was intended, nor the path that was intended to be taken. Due to energy, time, space, drive, minds, plans, and footwork, there's room for reinvention. Back to the drawing board. When life throws curveballs, don't play dodgeball, but fully embrace, face, and then build a funhouse for your life by getting back to the basis. BTTB. Y'all know how we do, baby. Gotta get that snap, snap, encore, encore. Hope y'all enjoyed my poem. I hope y'all just got the message. You know, poets can follow along. Other, complex or profound minds can as well. And this poem is simply it's an acronym for Back to the Basics. So BTTB stands for Back to the Basics. You know? So it's like when life, puts you through a lot, when things get off course, when things don't go as planned, when you're being misjudged, when you fall short, when, whatever. You just gotta regroup, reinvent yourself, and by getting back to the essentials, back to the basics of what's the most important, what really matters to you, and you gotta reinvent yourself. So I hope that y'all got some inspiration from this poem, and just know that life is not always what we want it to be, and it's always not, it's not always what it's cracked up to be. And sometimes, like I said, lingerie is thrown to bad performers, so that means they're misjudging. They got a bad performer, but you got people praising them. You got good people that, got hecklers, like geniuses. They get heckled. Then you got so, you got tomatoes thrown at perfectly good movies, like perfect. So sometimes, it's just gotten wrong. And sometimes things is just not what we want it to be, or just turns out how it should be, or just, sometimes it's not just, Sometimes life just throws tomatoes at the wrong ones, But you got to pick yourself back up. Get back to the basics, scramble things up like a scrambling board, like a Scrabble board, and start creating new pieces, new things for yourself. You gotta reinvent yourself, basically. So y'all, I hope y'all got, like I said, the inspiration. I love y'all, and that's all I have for today. Y'all chime in. Let me know what you think. Okay? Let's talk. Mwah.